Just to start off, this is the Freshman Collaborate, and this is where we're going to be meeting today for the introduction of just the freshman teachers, and if you have any content-specific questions for your students coming in.
Hi, so I'm Ms. Hernandez. I am the school counselor here at STEM for 9th through 12th. So you will hear my voice when you call, but I have put a link on my website, the Lee STEM high school link. If you go on there and go onto my page, you're going to find that I'm asking the students to look at their course requests. Their actual schedules won't be viewable for them till Tuesday, but they should be able to see the selections that they have chosen. So if there's any issues or problems that you're seeing with it, for example, if you know that your child took Algebra 1 at middle school and they're coming over to us and it's on their course request, it's really best that we try to catch that now so that they're in the correct class one, especially when we go virtual. So I've tried to look over and make sure, but there are always going to be those few that we miss. So y'all can go ahead and, if y'all have any questions about that too, Ms. Mesa sent out a link for that as well. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I will put my email on the chat so y'all are able to reach me. And also my website is a good resource, so if you have any questions, you can always look there.
Thank you, Ms. Hernandez.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Well, hello, STEM family. I am Ms. Kirchens. I am the biotechnology teacher for freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. If they take biotechnology, the next course they can take is another one I teach, medical microbiology, and then I also teach pathophysiology. If they're interested in medical careers, I am also the sponsor for HOSA, which helps introduce them into some of the challenges and stuff and competitions for health science.
At the end, I'll post all of our emails just in case y'all have additional questions. My name's Dalen Robinson. Yes, so I teach the social studies, 9th grade, human geography. It's a required course. It's AP, it's higher level, but it's made to a part where it's a great introduction to STEM writing component, and it's supported through our English department and social studies department.
So I'm Rose Schubert. I'm the computer science teacher. So if your kid's interested in doing some computer programming or following the technology pathway, I'll be their first teacher for that. I teach all 4 levels, so I actually follow them through the entire thing. I joined STEM 3 years ago, so this next coming up class is my first class I've seen from freshman all the way through senior year. So it's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to working with your students and happy programming. I also do Cyber Patriots, so if they're going to want to do that, I'm also the sponsor for that.
I am Shelly Richards. I teach Honors English 1 and GT Honors English 1. I've been teaching, this is my 15th year of teaching English secondary, and this is my 3rd year at the STEM Academy. And I really, really love the kids there. It's a big family. I will hand it over to Ms. Schlichting.
Hi, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. I am Lori Schlichting. I am your student's math teacher. I teach Algebra 1, Honors Geometry, and Geometry GT. One piece that I need you to make sure that you have checked, if your student did not take Algebra last year, they are not eligible to be in Geometry this year. So please make sure that if they were not in Algebra 1 in 8th grade, they cannot be in Geometry. If they were in 8th grade math last year, then they need to be in Algebra 1. So remember, math is math no matter what course it is, and you must do math to be able to conquer math. And I hope that your kids will have a good time in my class. I am one of the original STEM people. There are 4 of us left. I was a 6th grade STEM teacher, and this is my 8th year, I guess, at Lee High School as the Algebra 1 geometry teacher. So I love it. Can't wait to meet your kids. And I'll turn it over to Miss Wiggins.
Hi, I'm Sovereign Wiggins, and I am the teacher for Honors Biology and Anatomy and Physiology, which is for the upper grade levels. I love science, and I'm really excited to be able to meet your students. One of my favorite subjects, and I think it's a super cool one to learn about.
So we know that this is online learning again, and we did this in the spring, and hopefully there are quite a few things that we are able to improve upon. So this will look different than it did in the spring. We're working hard to bring things to your students that will help.
All right, so these are our Blackboard pages. Some of us are making Bitmoji classrooms where you have various links. But for the most part, I just wanted to point out the class flow for our classes. It is not going to be made up of just online assignments and occasional tutoring with questions. Your students are expected to attend every day, with the exception of various absences that will have to be excused through the school. When they attend our class, which Mr. Robinson will go through the schedule, the first 5 minutes will be, for me, a journal response or some type of warm-up to whole group instruction. So all students are together on the Collaborate. And then the rotations will start, and I will create breakout sessions digitally, and I will pop into those different sessions for those various rotations of different activities, practice, small group lesson, etc. And then there will be an end of class closure or wrap up with an exit ticket or some kind of whatever, exit ticket or some kind of assessment they have to do at the end. So that's kind of how the live classes will work every day. So when your student has that class period, they must attend it digitally, or they will be absent. And we are being a little bit lenient the first 3 weeks, understanding parent schedules, etc. But we do expect them to be there as much as possible. These lessons are also going to be recorded in case they miss.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Shelly. So I'm going to share the screen to the block schedule for A, B days real quick. All right, so what we're looking at here, this first row right here, if y'all can see that, yeah, okay. So here from 8 to 9:50 is their flex time. They'll do their athletics, fine arts, competition, any internships, externships, extracurriculars. STEM teachers from 6th grade all the way up. We have also a tutoring conference time built in before Collaborate sessions begin. So for us, ours is going to be from 9 to 10. This is a time for students that need additional tutoring, additional explanation. Any questions that y'all have concerning it, y'all can probably tune into us as well. Our conference period for 9th grade is actually going to be second period. So from 11 o'clock or 11:10 to 12:15. And this is a built-in lunch. And then we have periods 3 and 4 after that. And the same thing after period 4, around 3:15, students are expected, or 3:25, students are expected to go to their athletics, fine arts. However, it's going to be run through those particular extracurriculars. So this is an A day. A days are going to meet on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays virtually. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, they go to the first period virtually, and then they check in second period. Well, for us, we wouldn't have a second period because it's going to be our conference, but then they'll check in the third period and fourth period. B days are almost similar, but the difference between A days and B days, A days run from 10 to 11:05, so that's 65-minute periods, while B days are going to be 90-minute periods. So they're going to be extended. These only meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So same format, 8 to 9:50. They're going to have their flex time. But then after that, starting at 10, they attend their period 5, period 6,
Shit, I totally missed
and period
half
7.
what they were talking about.
So
Thank you.
the difference between high school and middle school, in middle school, they're going to be alternating. In high school, we won't be alternating. So this will be their set schedule for the entire school year, unless anything changes. But right now, this is what we are being told, is that it's going to be an A-B day without flipping. So Those that attend Tuesdays, Thursdays, 5, 6, and 7 will stick to Tuesdays and Thursdays throughout the year. Okay. And I'm sure there's going to be more information coming forward while this evolves. Is there any particular questions about the schedule that we can try to answer at the moment? So like Ms. Richards was saying, attendance is essential. Students are expected to attend, collaborate, and be there the entire period unless the teacher releases them. That's how we're going to be taking attendance. So it's just like a regular school day. It's the same format. You know, they check in. At 10 o'clock, they'll be there at their first period, and we'll take attendance. Second period will start at 11:10. They come in, and then we'll take attendance. So that's how it's just like a regular school day. It's just going to be through virtual platform as of now.
So as far as the class popping up, the Collaborate, there will be sent a notice to join the Collaborate and that it will be starting. So they will be notified that there is a Collaborate session. That is the live class that they need to attend. So those will be posted within the assignments.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is the emails for social studies, human geography. It's a kind of a new class, so that will be the social studies unit. That's my email, Ms. Richards for English, Ms. Schlichting for math, Ms. Wiggins for science, and Ms. Kirchens. This is hers down here at the bottom, and Ms. Roshuber, who checked in. I can get her email, and I'm gonna post it in the chat because I didn't put it into the PowerPoint actually.
So the emails, I mean the classes, we had to change our name. So it's honors instead of pre-AP, just so that there's no confusion.
Content is pretty much the same, and the expectations are the same as an AP or
Yes.
pre-AP class. We're just calling it honors. And please understand, being an honors class, the expectations are different from a regular class. So in geometry honors, we go faster and deeper than we would in a regular geometry class. So please be aware of that.
The counselor, let me find her email address. Herna5.
Yes. And then the one above that, CRAUS, Ms. Roshuber, she's the computer tech. So if your student is technology pathway, that's the email for her. If you have any questions about the computer sciences.
And I'll type in Miss Hernandez. I just want to make sure I get it right.
Oh no, it's in there.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, SHERNA5 at neisd.net.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right now, at most of the grocery stores, a lot of the school supplies are on sale. And after they sell out of these, they generally do not put them back on sale until next July. So please make sure that you purchase enough materials that'll last your student through the year. In geometry, they really do need compasses, protractors, rulers, and I do want them to have a composition book. And right now they're like 50 cents, and they need one for my class. And I'd like them to have green folders. Eventually they'll be coming back to school and things will go into a green folder for the freshman math. So this is a good time to purchase materials. And if you buy the compass, a lot of times these are the ones that draw little circles. And they're pretty inexpensive, but they break really easily. So you may want to buy a couple of them, even 3 or 4 of them, to put them away.
Do they need calculators?
If you want to get a calculator for them to work at home, it might be a good thing just to get a simple function. You don't need a graphing calculator, but understand that they'll be using Inspires throughout the rest of their high school and college. So if you want to invest in a TI Inspire, contact me because there are only certain ones that are allowed to be used on testing.
And we'll have a supply list. I'm pretty sure that will go out next week as student schedules are being set and finalized and what's going to be expected for students to take from home. But if you have any personal, what they could use additional for your class, you can just email us personally about that particular area.
Also, on our Blackboard pages, we'll put a syllabus, and all of us put whatever's required material-wise for that class on the syllabus as well.
And if you guys look, I put the link in the chat for the general supply list for the high school. It does have general things like the protractor and ruler, which you're going to need for biology and biotechnology, as well as markers, index cards, etc. Even if they're working from home, we're still going to have them do some project stuff and hands-on activities. So we do need to get those supplies. I will say Dollar Tree is a good place to go for modeling clay if they still have it. We prefer the non-drying, that they can reuse it for many of their different projects. But if not, Play-Doh works fine. It's going to dry out. So.
And that works beautifully for creating three-dimensional representations of something that might otherwise be difficult to visualize.
Yeah, so kind of going back to this format of Blackboard, just FYI, so your student, if he has Lee classes, he'll be doing his Lee classes through Google site, or not Google Sites, Google Classroom. So all of his STEM courses will be through Blackboard. And right now, Mr. Smiley is actually working on registering and logging in all that information. That way they're going to be ready for on the platform for Blackboard.
And if you have to do anything, any kind of collaborative with Lee teachers, it's generally through Zoom. We don't use Zoom. Ours is much more tight. We can control better who is getting onto our sites than I think Zoom has better security this year, but collaborative is very difficult for anybody to hack into.
Exactly. And it costs a lot to purchase, so it's got extra security features in it. Are we to, Mr. Robinson, do we go back to the main page or are we close from here? Or to the main room, I guess.
I think we should probably
just
close
stay
from
here?
here.
Okay.
Just for questions in general. Mr. Mitchell, I believe, yes, you will get your Blackboard logins first day of school. Parents, we have a separate login for you. It'll be a guest password, so you'll be able to monitor your students' progress through Blackboard. So that will be all situated. I'm going to go to the next slide, which has our Ms. Jensen, the director. This is her email. If you have anything that's pertaining to Blackboard in general, such as I never got the login information, I'm having trouble logging in to Blackboard, I can't get in. Mr. Smiley, the assistant director, he's the one that can help you in that particular area if we can't get that fixed. So right now, as for athletics, band, orchestra, for the first 3 weeks are not meeting, but it could change. So right now, just kind of we're listening in. So for athletics, I would have them contact their coach directly. Will any work need to be done on paper and saved till school is in person? For me wise, for human geography, no. I'm going to do everything's going to be done digitally for me. Though it's going to be very beneficial for the student to, utilize a notebook, take notes. So everything's still beneficial for them to do everything on paper. That way they have something to report on. But in terms of stuff to turn in once they return, that won't be required. For anybody else, Ms. Richards or Ms. Schlichting or Ms. Wiggins, do y'all want them saving anything to bring once we return in the future?
If they want to take notes on paper, that is awesome, but everything will be turned in digitally.
Right. So if they do drafts or journaling, they can use pen and paper or pencil and paper. But if it's an essay or a different kind of assessment, it will all be typed online or taken online.
And in their composition books, they'll be taking notes from my class in the algebra and geometry. And when they return, if they do return to face-to-face school, they'll need to bring that with them. But I don't want them bringing the compass and ruler and protractor and any of that stuff. That needs to stay at home.
For my class, they'll be using a composition book for some of their note-taking. They will be doing a lot of it digitally, but we will have some paper pencil tasks to do as well. Like labs and stuff, we'll do those digitally for right now. As far as how to turn them in, and I'll explain it to the kids later. We'll be using flashcards to do some vocabulary. There's a lot of new stuff that in science that they're going to learn in biotechnology that they're not going to see or haven't seen in middle school yet. So a lot of new fun equipment to try, but we've got to learn about that. So we'll hang on to those things, but most it'll just be flashcards in their composition book.
Well, we are super excited to meet the new freshmen. STEM is definitely going to be exciting for them. It's going to be more in-depth, more project-based, more hands-on. And just because we're at home doesn't mean we can't still do big projects and big in-depth analysis.
And we will be doing PBLs. So we will be doing one in the fall and one in the spring. So be looking forward to that using collaborative.
Yeah. We'll do those 2 big major ones, and then we have 2 smaller ones as well. That will be just
Yes.
2 subjects along, while the 2 major ones will be 4 subjects, even possibly 5 with the input of Ms. Kirchens and her wonderful
Yay.
ideas.
And PBL is problem-based learning, if that's something, and it may be new to quite a few of you. The students like it, and we give them a problem, and they solve it how they feel like they should. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a great team effort, and I hope we get in the classroom soon because I have a 3D printer that they can print some of their projects on. So that'll be one of the things they get to explore in biotechnology.
Yeah.
All right, so in the chat box, we posted the main room, so I think we're going to go ahead and jump back in there for the last 5 minutes, just in case there's some information that we probably all should hear from Ms. Jensen.
Nice to see
Thank you,
you,
Ms. Porter.
parents.
All right, nice to meet you.
Thanks for joining
We'll
us,
see you
and we'll see you
soon.
guys on the main side.
We'll meet you soon. Bye.